It's time for Gardening Inside Out, a live show offering you plant advice for any space in your life. Introducing your perennial hosts, David Bates and Josh Carey.
Hey, and welcome in, everybody. It's Saturday morning. It's time for Gardening Inside Out, coming to you from the Palatial Green Room Studios here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center. Good morning, David Bates.
And good morning to you, Josh. It's really good to see you this morning. And as it is, it's been a pretty nice week.
Glorious.
Weather-wise, I haven't heard anybody complain about it. We've got had a little rain overnight, and it's winding up this morning. And changes are on the way, more to the normal end of the curve. You know, we've had an unbelievably warm run, but as it is said, this too shall pass, and so it will. So we'll get into that here and see if I can figure out how to negotiate my computer here. We've had, I think it's a trend of
Your windows are out of warranty, is what they're saying.
Well, you know, it's just there's just been a number of snafus, and this morning, and I've spent a few hours trying to negotiate those things, and sometimes it's been successful, sometimes not. But I think I haven't even got my flashing lights off yet. We all know there's no time left before we're going on the air. And there we go. The weather.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Anyway, today's Saturday. We're going to have some rain this morning. It's getting out of here. We're not seeing very much precipitation currently. 59 for the high today, and it will be dropping as the rain moves out. We've got some cold air moving in behind because we're going to have sunshine tomorrow. That's the good news. The news that may be less wonderful is 40 degrees, and for the high temperature, 22 for the overnight low. So, again, it's seasonable. We've been spoiled for a week, so we just need to adjust. It is winter. The 11th of January is tomorrow. On Monday, the 12th, 50 degrees and 30. So a little rebound on temperatures, and a little more on Tuesday with a few more clouds. So it's not looking bad. Wednesday, we've got some showers, 53, 23. Once those showers clear out, it's going to chill off again. And then Thursday, colder still, 36, 26. Friday, 45, 31. And a week out, as the forecast shows, 42 for the high, 24 for the low. Let's give a look at the radar here, and we'll see that, as you can tell, those showers are all but gone from the Nashville area. It's decidedly more south and east. They're going to be having it most of the morning, but we're clearing out. Looks pretty good everywhere else. You know, there's some precip in the upper Midwest, but we here in Middle Tennessee are not going to be dealing with that. We're going to look at the precipitation outlook for the coming 6 to 10 days, and we're going to be either near or just below normal, whatever that is. And except if you live out in the Pacific Northwest, it's going to be below normal, whatever that is, because they tend to get some rain really frequently. So everywhere else, nothing extreme looking. So those are good things. We'll look here at the wrong link.
Oh.
We have had 2900s for the year, 2900s for the month. We've had 2700s for the week, and also for this event, which goes from yesterday over into today. We've had 1100 since midnight, 54 degrees here in the Music City. So, nothing actually. 56 degrees. So over in the Bay Stream area, about the same. So, it's mild temperatures. There's no chance of rain in the base trim unless someone errantly turns the irrigation on. Don't anticipate that. So all that's looking good. And we're shaping up for a pretty nice day. It's going to remain cloudy through much of it, maybe some clearing by afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
However, in every life, a little rain must fall. And
It must.
this is the life we have. So it's all good.
It is all good.
And, it's really been a very pleasant week for all things in the gardening world. We've not, when you get to have conditions like, we've got to enjoy this past week. And even as we look at the week ahead, it's not bad. We really are in one of those areas of the country where gardening does not need stop. The ground rarely freezes here, and there's certainly nothing in a forecast while there may be some below freezing air temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
That is not sufficiently of duration or severity to create any freezing in the ground. So if you want to plant, it's a really good time.
Yep.
And we have not just the plants, we have the expertise to help you work your way through that. And we have a few right here in the studio.
Really?
Caroline Gant,
Oh.
Austin Lowen, welcome
there.
in, guys. We're glad to have you in today.
Good morning. It's good to be here.
And we would be remiss if we didn't mention Tyler Blankenship across the way there. Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning,
Tyler
everybody.
Cam's working.
Yeah, it's working.
There he is.
There he
It's
is.
on.
Yay.
So anyway,
Can't wait to get
We're all
into
glad
it
to-
today.
we're all glad to be here and to be a part of your Saturday morning gardening world. And we're, equipped to deal with questions. Hey, we might even answer them correctly.
Maybe. Yeah.
Hope so.
Many of us around here have been doing this for decades.
Yes.
And we've, managed to accumulate a modicum of expertise, and we'll be glad to impart that on you through the show this morning. So
We've been known to lie in the past.
that was more you and I back in the radio days.
Yes.
Yeah, they were embellishments. They weren't lies.
No. Well,
Yeah,
if
we
we didn't know
didn't- we
the
didn't
answer,
wa-
we just made something up that sounded real good.
Well, it's the nature of talk radio that we were in back in the day.
Yes.
Was lended itself to that. So it was perhaps times more on entertainment than information. But we're while we don't slack on the entertainment side, we're really about the information, and we're glad you tuned in today. So, Caroline, Austin, what's going on with you guys?
I'm loving the weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had a big week, a big work week this week because the weather was so nice. So we were
Lot
able
of
to
pottery.
do a lot of pottery outside. We did a lot of woodworking outside. We built some tables yesterday down with Bridget and Rachel. Shout out to y'all for throwing those tables together. They did great. I was just the cut man. I just cut all the wood for them, and they just slapped those tables together. We
They
built
did.
6 yesterday.
That's the best job on the. That's the best job.
The cut man.
Yeah, the cut guy.
I like cutting stuff. So
Okay.
that was fun.
Because
So
you can
Celeste-
always blame it on the other guy and say, you didn't measure it right.
yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But no, so down in
I've
the
cut this 3 times and it's still too short.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So Celeste down in the shade department down in perennials, she has 6 new tables because hers were falling apart.
They were bad.
They were bad.
We tried to sit on them one day for the no down when we were doing it. We were like,
Almost
let's sit up
broke 'em.
here with the plants. And you went down.
Not all the way.
You fell
down.
all the way to the
No,
floor.
I didn't.
And into a puddle. It was crazy.
It's not true.
And
They're
speaking
film?
of the
Talk
no
about
down,
lies.
shout out to Sarah Bates made an appearance this week.
She
did,
did.
and
Throwing
Alicia.
bags of dirt at the customers and stuff, man.
So
Toss it, I'd say.
That was funny, Tyler. You did a good job with that
Mm-hmm.
video because we got a really good kind of promotion going on right now.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll hear lots more about that soon.
It's a really fun one. I'd say it's the most fun one we've had.
I think it is.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all are going to hear about it soon.
well, it takes a little more to get people's interest sustained because it is winter, and a lot of people the natural inclination is just to, well, it's winter, I can't do anything, and that's not true.
No.
So we invite you to come out and see us.
Come out and say hi.
Yep.
But yeah, we've just been doing a lot around the nursery.
Yeah.
Kind of
This is
everything.
our time of
That's
year
what
to.
winter's. That's what winter is all about.
Projects.
Yes, because when spring hits, it hits, and
There's no time for projects.
you got to be ready.
Like
whenever
drinking
that
out of a fire hose.
I
in
got
the
one
summertime.
project I
Yes,
want to
buddy.
ask Austin about directly on the air. Did y'all have any success in getting that roof on that structure down there this week?
We got the frame all built, which is pretty cool. We got this big hoop, y'all, big hoop house that we're trying to cover with tin. A tin roof, so we had to frame it with wood on this curved structure, which was a little bit weird to think about, but we did it. And shout out to the guys who helped out with that, Pedro Abelardo, Juan, who was there with us the whole time. And we got it up, David. It looks really good. I'm actually very proud of how it turned out. So it looks cool. And
Yeah,
on Tuesday, we're going to start the process of the tin. So hopefully that goes up nicely.
Yeah, and for what it's worth to those who may have interest, we produce biochar now, and so we need to have a covered structure that's non-flammable. And the tin is decidedly more resilient to that than any kind of a poly surface. So, yeah, I know DC and Dan are looking forward to having that covered structure where they can work through the drizzle and whatever else and not be getting soaked.
Work slow. Lots
Yeah.
of screws.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, okay. Work
It's going
slow.
to be lots of screws.
Yeah, y'all are up high.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's fun. Gives us
Which is
something
fun
to do.
because we can see you guys while you're working from all the way across the lot.
Yeah,
so
20
we can
foot
make
up in
sure you're
there.
nice and safe.
Yeah.
We're getting some comments in already. Pam says projects are happening at our house too.
Hey, Pam. It's that time of year.
It is that time of year. I actually got out in my yard and planted stuff on Monday because it was so nice.
Yeah.
So we're all doing a few projects here and there. Well, I guess we're ready to dive into questions, y'all.
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
So we got a few questions on basically blast bloom. Since the weather is warm, people are asking about that. So let's start with thoughts on flowering trees blooming now because of the unseasonably warm weather.
Enjoy it.
I mean, yeah,
Enjoy it,
kind of, because
yes.
what you going to do? You know, there's been people have asked this as well. And, you know, yeah, you're going to see some blooms. And like you said, Josh, enjoy it right now. You're not going to see probably as many in the spring, but you're not, I mean, it's just a little blast bloom. It's not like all of them. It's not like our cherries are fully covered in blooms. They might be throwing a few here and there. I know Caroline brought in some winter jasmine yesterday. We had some on the lot that are blooming. That's what you see in the background back here. She'll tell you about that later. But there's one, you noticed one the other day on your drive home. You said that was
On
like
my drive home,
really
full-
blooming.
Yeah, it's probably been planted there. There's no telling how long. It's massive, but it was in full bloom, just covered in blooms, yellow. I love that plant.
Well, I mean, and we were talking about this yesterday. I mean, the plant is called winter jasmine.
Yeah.
So it's in the winter, it does bloom, which this is a little bit early, I feel like. Usually in January is not really the time, but it all depends on our mother and what kind of weather she's bringing us. So
That's right. And we can't stop our stuff from blooming.
No.
It's not like you can put a AC on it
yeah, exactly. So
in a little tent and keep it really cold.
yeah, I think
guess you
Josh's
could.
advice is the best. Just enjoy the blooms you got now.
Yeah. And the AC, as we already mentioned, is coming this week.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's not like this is going to continue. It's an aberration. It's not the new reality. So stay tuned, and we'll let you know if the forecast actually has merit to it or not. But chances are things are going to cool back down, and it's not severely erupt. So the plants will naturally go back into that state of dormancy that they should be in this time of year.
Well, one of my favorite things in the world is daffodils with blooms and snow on the ground at the same time.
Yes,
That's cute.
it is cute.
They always put their little heads down.
They're cold.
They're like burr.
Yeah.
So we do have a more specific question about it. My dogwood is already budding out, so it doesn't sound like it's blooming. It's just the buds. Is this weather going to kill our chance of spring flowers?
No.
No.
I
No,
mean,
it's not.
all of my spring bloomers are budded right now.
Yes, I mean, and this is totally natural. I mean, this is when the buds start to swell a little bit. I mean, just a little bit. They're not crazy. Although this year it's been warmer in January, so they're probably swelling a little bit more than what you're used to. I know we've got some dogwoods on the lot right now that I've noticed the buds are really getting pretty chunky.
Yeah.
I doubt they're going to open, but like I said earlier, if you see one or two or three or four here and there, that's not going to. I mean, that's your little bitty show before the grand show. Okay. So just wait it out. Those buds are
Your
swelling.
pre-show.
Your pre-show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait till what's in room this year. Today. I
Today.
mean, yeah, buddy. I
Yeah,
mean,
you see our theme a little bit. It's a little
Yeah.
loose, but we've got
Okay.
one. Joyce is saying, I saw forsythia trying to bloom, and Alita says, I have a crocus in bloom.
I believe that with your crocus.
Yep.
Yeah. Crocus definitely loves it chilly.
And then Risha is asking, is it a good time to use dormant oil on crepe myrtle?
What time is it?
Well,
It's not quite that time.
Oh, you
It's
got to wait till
dormancy.
after the show, Rish.
Yeah, wait till after the show. But yes, dormant oil, hence the name. We are in true dormancy right now. So yeah, getting that dormant oil out on those deciduous trees, especially fruit trees if you've got them. And crepe myrtle's a great one too because it does overwinter some pests. And crepe myrtles are well known to overwinter those pests, especially crepe myrtle bark scale, which is kind of nasty. So put that dormant oil on. It's a great time to do it.
Yeah, the weather's going to be perfect for it. Right?
Yeah, it really is.
Just smother them.
Yeah.
And they don't call it dormant oil accidentally.
Yeah.
This is the dormant season, so apply. And the great thing about dormant oil is that it's very safe. You know, there are some chemicals that are much more harsh in nature and much more toxic. You know, sometimes we refer to it as it kills on both ends. You know, you don't want to be using those.
Right.
Dormant oil is a paraffinic oil that simply coats and smothers. And because of that, it's very safe to use. So you can apply it without concerns. If you get a little on you, it's not a big deal. You know, you should always avoid that.
Yes, don't
But
spray
it's
it on the
just-
dog. Don't put it on the dog.
No.
Have you done that, Josh?
No, I mean, I've heard people try that to get rid of the
for
fleas,
things
but it
such-
Really?
doesn't work. No, not really.
Yeah,
I'm
for
lying
things
again.
such as mealy bugs and scale, it's the bomb,
Yep.
particularly this time of year.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right. And we've got a comment on YouTube saying, I saw a huge mass of forsythia in fall bloom. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Full bloom this week at Centennial Dog Park.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Are
stuff
we
is-
sure though? Are we sure it was forsythia or was it winter jasmine? They look very similar.
That's what
I
I
have
thought
not
too.
actually seen a forsythia yet in bloom. Now I don't go into the
Yeah.
city very much. It's a lot warmer
You
there.
never go into the city.
Good
Let's
point.
be honest.
I
here.
really don't. But I have not seen a forsythia yet. I have seen winter jasmine, so I'm wondering if that's what you're seeing instead of forsythia.
Possibly.
And it
Get us a
is
picture.
not unusual, you know, in a microclimate of the inner city that you get some differentiation between blooming things. But I'm inclined to agree with you, Austin. I haven't seen forsythia pushing just yet. We haven't had that much warm weather. There could be a few. If it's fully in bloom, it has to be winter jasmine.
I would assume. And the way he worded it with a huge mass, like forsythia does make a huge mass too. It certainly can. Like I'm not saying it's not forsythia, but when you say huge mass, winter jasmine definitely is a huge mass. I mean, like that's the word.
It's like a chunky little,
It's a-
very close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mass. That's for sure. So I don't know.
And
Like I
if you
said,
see
get us a picture.
If you
Yeah.
see green stems, that's a dead giveaway that it is indeed winter jasmine because forsythia does not have green stems.
Nope.
Corey, if you can, email gardeninginsideout@gmail.com if you have a photo.
If you do. I actually have a date to bring my dog to that dog park soon with a friend, so I can take a look when I'm there.
Hey,
Weird. I haven't been to that dog park in years
Do
since I
they
moved down to
have
Nashville.
do they have a fragrance?
Winter jasmine?
Yes.
I don't think so.
It's not like knock you down or
mean-
anything.
Okay.
If you get right up
Yeah.
on it,
Smell
maybe.
anything, no.
I've
Yeah.
never smelled winter jasmine. I don't know.
Good question, Josh. Josh, get up and go smell the flowers.
David's closer.
Yeah, David,
David's
go
close.
ahead. All right, we have a live question in from Mary. Mary says, is
Mary.
forsythia a good shrub for a creek bank? Looking for some spring color that will look like it was meant to be there.
I don't really see why not. I mean, I don't know of like
It does
forsythia
grow
being.
over, so
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like extremely wet all the time. You might see some issues with that. Although forsythia is a very forgiving shrub. I mean,
Yes.
good Lord, once you've got it, you've kind of got it.
Forever.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of do. So I don't see why that'd be a bad idea. It's your, it's kind of
Got
that
a
first.
50-year-old one in my yard.
is it massive?
No,
It's not?
no, not anymore.
Did you?
I know why.
Not anymore.
Got to take it back. There's this huge
Yeah,
stand. Go ahead,
I
Dave.
kind of visualize maybe forsythia in the background,
Yeah.
away from the little creek, and maybe winter jasmine down front, because they really are the more ground
Showy.
coverish of the two.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have yellow for an extended period of time that way.
That's true. I mean, Father Gila would be a good one if it is wet, and you'll
There
get those
you go.
cute little spring blooms, not as vibrant as forsythia.
Because the forsythia is great for 2 weeks a year, right?
And then otherwise, you'd never
Yeah.
even notice it.
you're never going to see it there. It's kinda
Unless
look-
it's giant. Or were you going to talk about that one on Old Clarksville Pike?
Yeah,
That's like the size of a house.
It
Right.
truly is. It's like made to stand, like I was saying. Or like Forsythia has this really cool way of if the stems kind of arch as they gets big, they arch and they can touch the ground. Well, if they touch the ground, they will root at that spot and they'll make a whole new spot.
Yeah, they will.
So they do produce a big mass. And that one you're talking about that's real close to my high school, shout out Sycamore, Sycamore High School. But anyway, right next to that, there's a massive stand of Forsythia. And when it's in bloom, it is the showstopper of that road.
Yeah, it's insane. It's huge.
And it doesn't matter whether you're planting forsythia or winter jasmine or whatever this time of year. If you're going to plant, and you should be thinking about it, Earth Mix Garden Products is the primary tool you should keep in your arsenal to ensure success without regard to what you're planting. The entire line of Earth Mix products, Josh, as you well know,
I do know.
are completely organic. They are made right here in Middle Tennessee, and they're the most viable and productive soils anywhere. And we're constantly working on improving and expanding our line of materials, and we'll have more of that as we go through the winter season. But we've got another new innovation that we're excited about talking about going forward. But for now, whether you're talking about planting, which of course Earth Mix Landscape is the better choice, because why, Josh?
I don't know. Dave.
It's called landscape.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be getting ready to plant a garden a little later on, which product would you use?
Garden?
There you go. So there's been some effort made to try to name the products for the primary uses. Those are two of our most widely used products. Now, Caroline will commonly recommend Proganics I. That's our professional indoor growing mix for indoor plants. It has no peat in it. We use coconut coir. That is, and the great thing about it, if you're familiar with greenhouse environments where you've got a lot of plants, peat is a natural attractant to these fungus gnats. And while they're not injurious, they are annoying, and you can avoid that altogether just by using Proganics I when you're transplanting or planting new plants. So keep that in mind. Proganics O when you get ready to start planting some outdoor things. And that could be now or later. I understand containers are available. So think about those things. And there's a whole array of other Earth Mix products for specific types of amendments, be it Viragra for the, if you're looking for earthworm castings, or Magic for mushroom compost, or any of the entire array. Check them all out here at earthmix.net, and they're available all over. Go to earthmix.net, click on the Find Earthmix tab. Once you're there, you're going to see all of the pins come up all over, predominantly in the southeastern U.S. Also have great folks over here at Rocky Mountain Trees and Landscaping out in Crested Butte, Colorado. So make sure, and once they reopen, this is, it's a mountainous country, so they're not open in the wintertime, but all over the South, you'll find many locations. You can simply click on any one of the little pins, and it'll give you turn-by-turn directions to that location, or put your address into the address bar and click on search, and it'll give you those directions. So just remember this: success in gardening begins at the ground level when you use Earth Mix garden products. And Josh, what is it that you like to remind folks of at this juncture?
It takes four things to have a happy garden or landscape, David Bates. Sunshine.
Yeah.
Water. Plants.
Yes.
And Earth Mix.
And like magic.
It was right on. That boy, he had it timed perfect this time, too.
It really takes significant work out
really does.
of. And you want to have success. You don't want to have to be contemplating about why these plants aren't doing well. You got to do that when you're planting. So, I think that's a common little fallacy that many, well, I'll get it later. No.
No.
If you need to put some plants back to be able to afford to pay for it, and it is not cheap, but it is the greatest value on the market because of what it does. There are the most expensive products are those that just say like topsoil on the bag, because you know what they don't have in them, Josh.
Topsoil.
They don't have topsoil in
No.
them. I don't know how they can call them that, but just keep that in mind. You're investing a lot in your plants. You want them to do their very best. Consider
Absolutely.
mix.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Report, you know it's all in his head.
Wow.
All right, it's in my head. You know what's in my head this week? And that's going to be something that's very important with all gardeners, and that's going to be timing. Okay, my wife got me a new watch for Christmas, okay? I've never been a watch guy, but I kind of like it. I'm trying it out. I've never worn one ever before, but it tracks my steps. I really like that. So I thought timing is a good thing to talk about it. And we're going specifically with pruning with timing, okay? It's a good time to prune some things. It's a bad time to prune some things, okay? So let's just get into that a little bit. Some things that we kind of want to avoid pruning right now in January. And that's going to be Forsythia, that's on the list. Where at first, though, let's go to our broadleaf evergreens. So let's talk about those boxwoods, those hollies, euonymus, yews, arborvitae, juniper, and laurels. Let's talk about some of those if you've got them, okay? Let's try to avoid pruning those yet, okay? We are going to get those back in check before spring, but like I've said many a times, if we make any cuts right now, we have to wait a long time, and we have to see those cuts through the wintertime. It's fairly unattractive after you do that with the evergreens, so let's avoid that. Maybe next month about this time, we'll be talking a little bit more about getting those in check, okay?
We'll remind you.
Yeah, and additionally on that point, as far as not trimming those broadleaf items right now, it's not impossible at all. We could have some severely cold weather. When you get that, you're going to get tip dieback. And when you trim them too early, it kills from the tips back down. And if you do that too soon, you're going to likely need to trim them further. So just wait.
Yep. And there's a number of things too, especially deciduous things. Not all these are deciduous, but there's a lot of deciduous things that we do prune this time of year, okay? But some of these are not some of those plants we want to prune right now. Your azaleas, your rhododendrons, those are all full bud. We've got one in the studio today, just budded up like crazy. Do not want to do any pruning on those. Your eastern snowball bush, your viburnums, y'all. I know they get big. They're probably very big on you. You probably want to cut them. Let's leave those alone until they bloom. They're showstoppers in the spring. Don't do any cutting quite yet. After they bloom, you can get in there and do it. Like David said, your forsythia, your quince, like Caroline mentioned earlier, your fothergilla, that thing blooms really early, and those are probably, might even be throwing a few blast blooms right now or getting close to it, so let's avoid pruning those. When it comes to your deciduous trees, your dogwoods, your redbuds, your cherries, those are all three of our most beautiful spring flowering trees. Try to avoid doing any major pruning on those because you're going to really lessen that show, so let them bloom. It's going to be great. All right, so let's talk about some of those things we do want to prune right now, and this is deciduous plants, shrubs, trees, whatever. Your hydrangea is what we have to start with, and this is going to be mainly your panicles, so like your limelight styles or your Annabelle style hydrangeas. If you don't like the look of them, do you have to prune them now? No. If you like the old spent blooms, you can leave them up, but if you're tired of them, get those back in check. It's a good idea to get those really cut back right now because they're growing machines. Let's think about that. Everyone has hydrangea and everyone has questions on them. Let's go ahead and get those back in check. All right. Your perennial hibiscus, y'all, that's got old sticks that are up. It is not going to come back from those sticks at all. Those sticks are ugly. You may as well cut it to the dirt. It's time to do that. Does not matter. Rose of Sharon, that's another type of hibiscus. Those have a way of getting out of bounds on you. They can get pretty large pretty quick. If you need to cut those back, let's go ahead and do it. They bloom in the summer, so you're not going to hurt anything by cutting them now. Rose of Sharon, real good. Speaking of roses, it's time to get those back in check. No reason not to prune those. They're fully dormant at the moment. Let's keep those nice green canes. Let's remove some of those old ones, and let's get it nice and open and airy. So get the roses taken care of. Crepe myrtles, those can certainly be pruned this time of year. They bloom about the same time as your Rose of Sharon in the dead of the summer, so you're not hurting anything. Get your crepe myrtles back in check and get ready because they're not fun to cut. They've got really hard wood, and they hurt your hands.
Yes.
I don't like pruning crepe myrtles, but it is nice to get them back, all right? Let's see. If you're lucky enough to grow Sun King Aurelia, I have that at the house, and I've noticed its old ugly sticks are really, really ugly. They don't look good. They also do not come back from the stems. They come back from the ground. Get those, clear cut them to the ground. What a beautiful plant. If you're not growing it, you should. And then, hey, shout out Bridge, your grasses, only if you want to. You know, some people hate the look of grasses. I've noticed as I was driving in today thinking about this, a lot of grasses are still up. A lot of grasses are already cut. Does not matter. If you like the grasses up, leave them up. If you feel like you want to cut them, go ahead and do it. You're not hurting anything if you do that. And then a couple of the biggest ones, your fruit trees. Really need to get your fruit trees back in check. Y'all get online, get on YouTube, find some good videos on how to prune your fruit trees properly. It is majorly helpful for you to get fruit. Yes, I know all these fruit trees bloom early in the spring. You're going to lessen your flower production, okay? But you're also going to lessen some of that fruit. Not a bad idea, especially with things like peaches. Almost, if you have too many, it gets too heavy. We really need to get pruning on our fruit trees, really open it up, get a lot of airflow in the center of those plants. Like I said, do some research on that. Do the pruning on the fruit trees. And then one of my favorites, probably the favorite that I do this on the side a little bit for people, and that's pruning your Japanese maples, y'all. It is that time of year. January is a great time to get those maples back in check. Get any dead wood out of there first. Get anything crisscrossing that we don't want rubbing on each other, and then let's open that up a little bit. Whenever you open up a plant a little and you start to pick stems here and there, typically you need to shorten a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and shorten. But Japanese maples, you can really get artistic with those, y'all. It's really fun. Get in there and just take some time with it. It's a slow process, but get in there, get some of those limbs out, keep some of those funky ones that you want to keep, get that nice shape going, and your plants will thank you. And I thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
What about witch hazel?
For the time. Hey, I did that. It came back around. Did you notice that?
Oh, did you plan that?
Negative. That just came out. Got lucky.
Hey, also, I have two comments of what you just said, and they're reinforcing comments. Well, one is anyway. It's not against you. It's just I have a 40-year resentment that's not even there anymore. But the state of Tennessee, along Interstate 440, for a lot of years, there were quince and forsythia planted down the median. And without fail, they would go through there and cut those back to the ground.
Every year.
Every February.
Yeah.
Right before they flower. It used to just incense me, but those plants don't exist anymore.
Made you smell?
No medians. Anyway, it was just a thing. And despite the fact that it doesn't appear, I have gotten over it. I just haven't forgotten it. And to your point, Austin, about pruning fruit trees, less is more. So many, particularly peach trees, they get to the breakdown point if they're not pruned enough. You get all that incredible amounts of fruit out on the very ends of the branches. Then you have to stake them up to support the branches. You can avoid all of that if you prune properly. So, get the lessons that are out there. Didn't you do a pruning video a while back, Austin, on the Bates Botanical Network?
BNBBC?
Yeah, we did a pruning video. I'm not sure. It was a peach tree.
Yeah.
I think we did a couple. I'm not sure if it's even out there quite yet, but it'll get there.
You pruned my peach tree.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Okay.
I did prune yours.
And that was with my electric chainsaw that the cord kept falling out of.
Yes, that was highly annoying.
It was great.
I was
So
yelling.
I mean, highly
all good
entertaining.
points,
Show you a trick.
Austin.
What's that?
All good points. I said all good points.
Yep.
Thank you for another dazzling contribution.
No problem. Thank y'all.
Wonderful. A lot of information. You packed it on in there.
Packed it in there.
We don't want to cut our witch hazels this time of year either.
Definitely not witch hazel either.
Yeah.
I thought about that as we brought some in the room. I was like, yeah, those are loaded with buds.
Yeah, mine is covered
So,
at my house.
Definitely don't want to cut on those.
No, you
Because
don't.
that show's about to come.
Yeah, it'll be here soon. They're one of the first to start blooming on my property. We did get an email sent in from Corey from the dog park. And yes, it's gorgeous winter jasmine that is blooming behind your dog. And then there's like a line of it in the background of that photo. Cute dog in that picture too.
You want me to throw it up there?
Throw it
You
up
want
there,
to,
Tyler.
All right, it'll take me a second, but I'll get it up there.
Yeah, a really underutilized winter plant. It is really puts on a show. And if just go to the point, if you plan your garden well, you can have color throughout the winter and throughout the year.
Yeah.
Bada boom.
There it is.
And look at that pupper.
Wow.
Look at that cute dog.
Yeah.
It's a doodle, man.
But then, in the background, you see those arching green stems. That's how you can really tell the difference between forsythia and winter jasmine. And that's a beautiful picture of winter jasmine behind that beautiful dog.
Kind of like a horseshoe planting looks like.
And,
Yeah.
And that's a freshly clipped beautiful dog as well.
Very nice.
I tell you what, that application is like the application for winter jasmine, like a long, big long wood line or something like as your big backdrop plant, because it stays green. Like David said earlier, like it doesn't have leaves through the wintertime, but its stems are arching green. So it gives you the illusion that it is an evergreen plant. So you've got that evergreen feel. And then this time of year when it lights up like that, it's just a mass of yellow. It is an underutilized plant. You talk about a plant that does not die, that's winter jasmine. Like you pretty much can't kill it.
And we have some here, which we will talk about soon. We got a live question, and back to the dormant oil. Someone is asking, what dormant oil is used for crepe myrtles?
It
Dormant
literally
oil.
says dormant oil. Yeah. I mean, it's not really,
Or it could be a horticultural oil, right?
people, the horticultural oil, I guess people would say, but you're really looking for that word dormant. That's kind of the word you're looking for. And like I said, most products right there on the label, it just says dormant oil on it. So that's really what you're after.
And the distinction between horticultural oil and dormant oil is that horticultural oil is much lighter. So
Finer.
it can be used on more tender plants in warmer weather. But right now, if you want to get the best effect, just get dormant oil. And it's the most generic thing in the horticultural selection. It could be any brand. It doesn't matter. Just
Not
use it.
expensive either.
It's the most inexpensive thing,
Right.
and it really works. So it's the most underutilized tool in the arsenal for pest prevention going into spring. And so get it done now.
And Joyce says, I recently pruned my Tokyo Tower fringe trees. I needed to make them more symmetrical. They have never bloomed, so I wasn't worried about losing those blooms.
Well, hopefully this is
guess,
the year for
yeah.
you, Joyce, because I mean, you did fine. If you needed to shape up, get the shape correct, like I understand that because that bugs me as well. If you have something that's kind of lopsided or whatever, so if you need to go ahead and do that, like you did nothing wrong. But I really hope your fringe tree blooms for you this year, because what's good's a fringe tree without blooms? Like
Without
Maybe
the
she
fringes.
likes the shape
without
of the
the
leaves.
fringes. I mean, I guess it's okay, but the bloom is what you're
Well,
after.
you're all about flower power.
Gotta be.
We all know this about you.
Yes.
Love my
Speaking
fringe
of
tree.
flower power, Carol says, Austin, you were right. I shouldn't have doubted you. My camellia is blooming from all those dead looking buds.
Hey, Carol.
Shout out to Carol. We love you.
We do love you, Carol. You were in here a couple weeks ago, giving us hugs and all this stuff. You even gave us a gift card. How great was that?
Amazing.
So nice.
Like that was
Yes.
fantastic. So Carol, you're
So
awesome.
sweet.
We love you, and yeah, I enjoy that camellia right now because they're pretty nice right now.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous plant. And then from Martha Ann Hood, Martha says, hello, Bates friends.
Hey,
Or
Martha.
Bates
Hello,
folks.
Martha Ann.
I bought one of your small Alberta spruce Christmas trees. I may have kept it inside for too long. Needles are falling off some places. Others are soft and alive. Should I trim it and carry on, or is it just a long goodbye?
I hope not, but I really don't like whenever needles start dropping on dwarf Alberta spruce. It's usually not a good sign. But I will say, dwarf Alberta spruce has 1 billion needles on it. Okay, so if you do lose some, it's probably not the end of the world, but we need to get it outside. I mean, yeah, it's definitely time to be out. There's not much you can do. I don't really want you to trim on it very much. I mean, let it be. We just got to wait it out and see how it flushes in the spring.
Is it wet?
It's a cold weather plant. You know, it can be left out in a container on top of the ground all winter long.
Oh,
as long
yeah.
as you keep it watered. Now, what may occur, I've heard you mention in there, I believe, regarding the incidence of browning needles at the bottom. I don't know that those will put back on. I don't know that they won't. Water it thoroughly, get it out in the sun, don't move it in. It doesn't even matter what the cold weather conditions are. They are zone 2 hardy. They will not freeze out here. So leave it outside, let it adjust to its more accustomed climes. And then if you need to in the spring, I doubt seriously it's dead, but it may be necessary, and I'm talking about up in May, if you don't see any recurrence of new shoots or new buds coming out of those browned limbs, you may need to simply limb it up. And, you know, it may not be the form you intended, but it's not dead. And it'll come back out and it'll grow back over that. In a few years, it'll be back down full again. So just bear with it. And I think you'll be amazed at how much it'll come back.
Yep.
But you know, to future you, a note to future you, Martha Ann, don't do that.
Hey, Rowan is on. He's live this
Rowan.
morning, and he's asking, "Where's your Pansy Killer shirt?"
Oh, it's in the room.
But not
It's
on
here.
your body.
It's not on me right now. No, that was my dunce cap from last week. I had to wear. I don't want to relive that. Look, Tyler's
Tyler's
still
got
here.
it.
Rowan.
Tyler, I wish you were wearing it.
Yeah,
Never forget.
yeah. Don't worry, Rowan. It's with us all the time. Thanks again,
And
Joyce, for
those
that.
pansies aren't dead.
No, they're not dead. No, I looked at
But
them.
they
this
just
morning.
don't look
They don't look great.
They're on the ropes.
They're on
They're
the
going to
ropes.
make a recovery.
It's all right.
They will.
Once they flush, I'm gonna get y'all a pick. It's gonna
PK
be all
Kev.
good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thanks for chiming in, Rowan. Good to hear from you this morning.
Yeah. And where are we this morning?
I know where we are.
Well,
What a great
we're-
3810 Whites Creek Pike.
Yeah, we
0.9
are,
miles
and,
north of Briley Parkway at exit 19.
Boy, Josh, you don't know how much I appreciate you coming around to that distance.
Okay.
Anyway, because we bantered back and forth for quite some time
Yes.
with regard to, was it a mile? Is it 9/10? If you're coming eastbound on Briley, it's a mile. If you're coming off at the westbound ramp, it's 9/10.
I don't ever
is
come
a
from the west.
There is a measurable distance in between those two exit ramps.
Mhm.
But I digress.
You do.
If you're getting off at either one of them, they lead to the same place. It's called Bates Nursery and Garden Center. It's
Yep.
where we are right now this morning. A Nashville tradition since 1932, now in our 94th year. My grandmother, who you saw pictured up there quickly, she is the one who's responsible for getting this entire endeavor started. She was a visionary. Now, she could not have envisioned what the business has grown to all these years later. And that's a testament to a few things, our commitment to horticulture, and that is in no small part attributable to the quality of plant material that Julie Patterson brings in and that we bring in tropicals that Caroline heads up, or in the perennials down where Bridget is, or anything else. But it's also those people and our entire staff of horticulturalists. This is all we do. Now, we do horticultural related activities. You know, Austin was talking about building benches, and it takes time to maintain wear and tear. After 94 years, there's almost nothing here. The only exception to there being nothing here that was original are those green posts in the greenhouse area where the annuals are. So if you look at those actually predate. They were used pipes when my dad bought them, boiler pipes.
Looking for a deal. There you go. It works,
Well, I mean,
man.
that's the best it could do at the
Yeah.
time. So anyway, come out and see us. We're always working to make Bates Nursery and Garden Center the very best, from the people you get to deal with the selection of plant material you have available. And of course, we're very proud sellers of Earth Mix garden products to help you get the best performance out of everything you're growing. Just look for the brand Earth Mix. We have a variety for every different application you could possibly want, and we've got more on the way. So come check us out. We're conveniently located 1 mile north of Briley Parkway. Chokes me up just to say it. On Whites Creek Pike, just minutes from Rivergate Opry Mills, Nashville West, downtown Nashville. And no matter where you're coming from, it is worth the drive from anywhere. Variety, selection of plants, and horticultural acumen, second to none anywhere. Bates Nursery and Garden Center. We invite you to come see us.
Should we discuss the promo?
Oh,
We should.
Thank you, because there are things that the aging process tells on, and one of them is the guy who's in charge, yours truly. Anyway, yes, our newsletter this week, which is written by Sarah Bates, and it's one of those things that has been a natural handoff. She does a great job with it. And this week we're featuring a couple of different specials you're not going to want to miss. Number one, with any $50 purchase, you get a chance to grab in the gift card grab bag. And those are gift cards from 20. There's even some as high as $250 in there. So
$50.
No
they're
joke.
not marked on the
Wow.
card. You won't know what the value is when you pull it out, but you'll get that.
Actually,
And
they are marked.
are there,
Yeah.
There are now.
contrary
they
to
went
what the old guy says, you'll know as soon as you pull it out, and that's good to be used on your next visit. But what you'll get as a immediate going away present also is a bag of Earth Mix Garden. So take that,
Wow.
still in the garage, or put it into immediate use. It doesn't matter. Check us out for 4 generations and 94 years. Bates Nursery Garden Center, bringing you the best. They're everything from horticulture, whether it's from annuals a little bit later on to the most extensive line of perennials, trees, shrubs, ground covers, tropicals, you name it. We've got it at Bates Nursery and Garden Center. Come see us and go to batesnursery.com for a full listing of everything we have online. You can even buy it there. We are actually continuing our. I think I need to talk about this to somebody to get our Sunday discount promotion reenacted through the winter season. So.
Yep.
That would be cool.
It is.
Maybe you
So-
want to talk to me.
Well,
Maybe we can do that.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, Tyler. I guess I just did. So
Make it
we'll
so,
get that-
Tyler.
Yeah.
I will make
We'll
it
get-
so.
We'll get that turned back on. So even though we're closed on Sundays, you can shop and save while you're online. And we are incidentally open Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday, it is from 9 until 4 p.m., 9 until 2 on Saturdays. Come see us. Bates Nursery and Garden Center, beautifying Nashville since 1932. We're really grateful to be a part of the Nashville community and to be your go-to supplier for plants and information on how to succeed with it. So there you are, Josh.
And just
Yes, sir.
one small addendum, one chance or one free item per Bates Rewards member per household, and in store only.
In
Can't
store.
do this
Yeah.
online.
And Sarah will not throw the bag of dirt at you. I promise you.
Unless you
No,
want her to.
Yeah, you can ask for it.
You
though.
can ask her.
I bet she will if you ask.
I want to ask for this. What's in room with Caroline?
Oh,
How
here
about
we
it?
go. So we had a little bit of a theme today. We brought in things that are going to be early bloomers or give you color through the winter and into spring, or maybe things that are, starting to bloom right now. And we'll start with things that we have been talking about already this morning. We've got winter jasmine under the TV. Now, this looks like it's in full bloom all over town, especially closer to downtown, but even out here in Jolton, Tennessee, it is in full bloom. So winter jasmine, I haven't leaned over to smell it. I don't think it has a smell, but does it need it? I mean, come on.
Nope.
Pretty.
Look at those green stems. Look at those little yellow blooms. And we have quite a few in stock right now. So if you are hearing us talk about it, come on down. You could get you 2, and then you can draw a gift card
There you go.
out of the pot. Do it. Come visit us today.
While supplies last.
And then on either side of that, we've got Arnold's Promise Witch Hazel.
Hey.
This is one of my favorite spring blooming trees or shrubs. It's kind of shrubby, but over time it's going to grow into a tree for sure.
And I even see some little yellow popping out on that.
It's
already
got a
start-
little bit,
Yeah, right there.
popping out. But I mean, look at all the buds. Like you
Yep.
can see how it's absolutely covered with
Hundreds
buds. So
and
it's going to be
hundreds.
like just a full show when it's in bloom.
They get big too.
They do get very,
Yes.
very big. And this is a plant from Monrovia. Shout out to Monrovia. These look so healthy. You can't really see the trunk on it, but it is thick. And then next to that, we've got Monrovia's double shot Carolina jessamine. So this is going to bring you blooms kind of throughout the year. So we've got a spring bloomer and a fall bloomer. So you'll get early blooms and later blooms. And this will pretty much hold its leaves through the winter here in Middle Tennessee, especially if our winters are mild. I had one that lasted about 3 or 4 years. I talk about it sometimes. I did lose it in the 2022 freeze, but maybe one day I'll plant another. It is a great one.
Based on a recommendation that I made personally some years ago to the horticultural staff at Monrovia, that they were missing a great opportunity by not interplanting the Carolina jasmine with the swamp jasmine. And that's the way that the repeat blooming thing comes, the foliage is. Would you not say, Austin, that it's nearly identical? So you can have them interplanted, growing into the same plant. You get the spring flowering, and then the swamp jasmine blooms later in the summer.
Sweet.
So
Yeah.
Perfect. And then let's go ahead and move down to what we have in front. So azaleas are going to be an early bloomer. We have some in our greenhouse right now that are blooming. We've got autumn coral and autumn princess, probably named after someone in this room.
You think?
I think you'd be more of a spring princess, though.
Yeah. I'm the spring princess. You're the autumn princess.
You know what? That is true. I am more of an autumn. You're more of a spring. You're absolutely right about that. But until I started working here, and it took a few years for me to get into them, I really did not like azaleas. And now I love them. I have quite a few planted at my house, all around my house, all throughout my landscaping. So this is a great plant if you want to add that. That does hold its leaves, some of them through the winter. And then on the table, we've got heuchera. Coral bells. Okay. We got a bunch in this week. They're going to be down in the shade perennials with Celeste. She's taking very good care of them. And those 2 leaves that Tyler has zoomed in on, that's going to be from the Carnival series, which I find the Carnival do the best for me.
They like to party.
And really stay up through the winter and look fantastic. So the one in front is going to be cinnamon. I've got a couple of these planted, and the ones I have planted are like bright red right now. This one looks very orange. So I think once they're established, that new growth is going to be really red and very bright, vibrant. I love it. And then behind that is going to be the cocoa mint carnival. Wow. Look at those pretty red veins. The light green in the middle of the leaf, and then on the outside, it's dark green.
That's pretty.
I don't have this one, but I will have it soon. And then we'll go ahead and go to what's in the middle. We've got kind of a silvery purple. Look at Tyler Pan. He's getting good at that.
Wow.
Silvery purple color. That's going to be time. Yes, Josh.
Yes.
Very gothy. Very gothy.
A little glam, too.
Goth glam right there.
There you go.
That's Timeless Treasure. What a great name. It's so timeless.
It looks like those frosted cookies or powdered sugar.
It does. The ones that you put
cookies.
the stuff on, and when they bake, they kind of
Crinkle.
split.
Crinkle
cookies. There it is.
Man.
We figured it out. Some
wanna
folks
eat
might have
that
been
now.
yelling that in their living room. Tyler's going to have to go get a snack after the show. And then we'll go ahead and move to what we have as our feature plant today.
Whoa.
So it's all budded up. We have quite a few of these in stocks, all different colors. It's going to be our deciduous azaleas. This is Fragrant Star.
Hey.
Hey,
Look
Fragrant
at that.
Star.
When they open, there's nothing like it. I have a lot of orange planted in a line in a fairly shady area on my property. And in the early spring when they're blooming, I mean, that's all I want to look at.
Yeah.
Blooms.
But look at all those buds.
It's amazing.
And like you
Wow.
said, we have so many
Loaded
right now
up.
that are just full bud like that in tons of different colors. Like this is the time of year to get those planted so you can enjoy that in the spring. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's what we have in room today. So come out and visit us. We have so many plants. We're still getting more in. I mean, we just got all this heuchera in. Y'all come visit us.
Yes. Thank you for that
I
tour.
think the heuchera really exemplifies one of those axioms of landscape that not all color comes from flowers. You know, you get just a tremendous display of all of the wonderful contrast in textures and foliage colors on the heuchera. So those were absolutely outstanding.
Indeed.
I love them.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys all know that. All right. We have quite a few live questions in, and then we'll get to some photos, but let's get these questions here so we make sure we answer them. Elena's asking, what about oak leaf hydrangeas? Cut back now or later?
Hey, good question, Elena. So
Elaine.
they do,
I said Elena. It's Elaine.
Elaine. Okay. Great question. Yes. You can shorten oak leaf hydrangea. We don't want to cut it to the dirt, okay? They do bloom off that old wood, but oak leaf hydrangea has a way of getting very big on us, okay? So if you did need to shorten it a little bit because it's like encroaching or whatever, like you can certainly get that done now, and you probably should, because it's still, as long as there's some stems up, you know, it's going to bloom off of that wood. So I do understand the oak leaf. It gets crazy big in a hurry. So if you need to shorten it now, you certainly can. Do know you're going to, lose some of those blooms in the summer, but it's a flowering machine. Like if you cut it in half, you're going to still get a great show next summer. So,
And mine at my house, we have to cut them to the ground about every 5 to 7 years. And you just sacrifice the flowers for that 1 year, and it will not kill them. So if they're just really getting out of bounds, don't be afraid to cut them. The only sacrifice is perhaps flowers on that 1 year. Maybe all it needs is being limbed on the side to get it off the driveway or walk pass or that kind of thing. But don't be afraid to trim them. They'll be fine.
They'll be okay. And then Carol is asking, can winter jasmine tolerate shade? It could be the answer for my tree line.
Yes, winter jasmine is totally fine in some shade. It blooms whenever the leaves aren't on the trees yet. So a lot of times you're not going to see a ton of shade for the most part. I don't know what you got around there or whatever, but for the most part, the leaves are not going to have, or the trees are not going to have leaves on them. So whenever they're really wanting to flower and needing that more of that sun, then they'll be able to get it this time of year. And then whenever they just have leaves, they're very tolerant of shade. They'll just kind of sit there for the rest of the year.
Wow, Carol, it looks like
There
we've
you
solved
go.
that for you.
Carol!
And
There's
then
4 of them right here.
come on, Carol, let's see you today. And then one bright light TN says, can dormant oil be used on conifers? Anything to spray to prevent bagworms?
You're not going to use dormant oil on conifers to prevent bagworms. Doesn't work that way, unfortunately. And also, too, there are some certain conifers. One that comes to mind is like blue spruce. Like they do not like an oil on their needles at all. I would honestly just avoid even thinking about dormant oil on your conifers. Okay, like early next spring, we can apply a preventative for bagworms that's going to be way more helpful for you than any dormant oil would.
No later than Father's Day.
Yeah.
And plus, when you apply an oil to blue spruce in particular, they become decidedly less blue.
Yes.
So you don't want that to happen. You got a blue spruce, keep it blue.
Keep it blue. All right, let's get to some listener photos.
Okay.
We're going to start with Colin.
Colin!
Colin's email
Colin!
says, sexiest knees on the planet, prove me wrong.
Uh-oh.
He's not talking about his.
I know what kind of knees you talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, look at them swamps. Are you out in Louisiana?
Florida. I
He was
think.
in Florida,
Down
yeah.
in Florida?
Hey, do
Yeah.
you know how you know if there's alligators in the water in Florida?
How, Josh?
It's wet.
It's wet. Yeah.
There's probably one lurking around them knees right now, about to bite a knee.
Anaconda down there.
No, I don't like that.
Wow.
But that's a beautiful picture.
That is gorgeous. And Colin says, many happy returns of the day. P.S. Austin is the dirt rolling goat.
Oh, that's a good point. I do rolling dirt sometimes.
And then our next photo / video comes from Pam.
Pam
says, what's in bloom? Linton roses.
Oh,
And
already?
then she has a little bit video of
There
a
you
bee
go.
working
I
hard
didn't
on
quite
this gorgeous
get
day.
the video up, but we've
Look how
got
vibrant
evidence
that
of
is.
the bee. I'm zooming in, enhance.
Oh, wow.
Enhance.
There
You
go.
can tell it's been warm here
Yes,
in
you can.
January. If you got honeybees out on a Linton rose,
I love that color too.
that's
That
a
one.
beautiful plant.
Yeah.
It is.
I
Great
mean,
contrast.
Except
really
you're
good.
mad at it a lot of the time.
like I
Because
said
the
last
blooms
week,
turn
though,
down.
these new cultivars are coming out with them blooms are poking up a little bit more than they used to. Pam, I'm not mad at you. I love you, Pam.
We do love you, Pam. We all pause to think about that. Hey, Carol is on her way here. Maybe
cool.
not right now, but she says, yay, see you soon.
All right.
I'm excited.
We'll save some of
see
these
ya.
winter jasmine for you.
Yes, we will. I think we've got 6 or 8, so we've got plenty.
All right.
Plenty. And let's go ahead and get to a couple more questions. I got to switch pages. All right, overhauling our landscaping. When is the best time to plant big bushes and trees?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, now's the
Do
time
it
for a lot
now.
of this stuff. Well, like I said, come out first off. If you're doing a big project like this, it's helpful to come out and like chat
Plan
with
it.
us. Like let us, kind of work through some design maybe topics or whatever. Like kind of help you, figure some stuff out. So, and then let's talk about some of the plants you might want to get in if you were to decide or you think you want some sort of plants that we deem is like. You may wait at least until
How
the
big
weather
is
warms up.
big, man?
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
If you
I
buy
mean-
them big now and they keep getting bigger, you're going to be fitting it into that spot again.
Yeah. It
So,
just depends.
plan,
It depends on
plan,
what it is.
plan,
Yeah,
plan.
we'll plan it out. But like I said, we will let you know if it's not the greatest time to plant something. But for the most part, I mean, I would say 90% of our stock is like, it's time to get it now. And that way it can really establish a root system and really get going and help, find its own water next summer. So you hopefully don't have to be watering all that much.
That's right.
So yeah, let's do it.
And our-
And in addition to that, part of what you mentioned there, Austin, is that the advanced planning is critical to it. If you, Josh, as you like to say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And
Right.
it doesn't necessarily mean abject failure in the horticultural world, but if you're going to plant these large anchor plants, these specimens, it's really easier to know where they're going to go, what you're going to use, and specifically where they're going to be placed in the landscape. Because they're big, you may need to get those in first And by planning, you're going to be assured of getting the right thing in the right place the first time.
Yes.
And that could save you a lot of stress down the line. Rome wasn't built in a day.
It took her
Probably
3 days.
probably wasn't built in a century or
okay.
many centuries. But
Okay.
what the deal is that if you make that plan and you get the right choices in place, then the smaller plants are comparatively easy to work in around them.
Because the big ones are going to be there all long time, folks.
That's a great point.
That's
When your
what
last
your
game.
hope is.
Yep. Start big, work small, y'all.
Choose wisely. All right, folks. Music means that this edition of Gardening Inside Out is coming
That
to
was
a.
quick.
It was. It was like an hour. I mean, it's just crazy. But next Saturday, we'll be right back here from the
Yep.
Green Room Studios here, and we would love for you to participate. Hey, during the week you can catch the podcast. It publishes on Wednesdays. Like, subscribe, share, tell the whole world, because we want to keep doing this for you, and we're going to, but it helps if you hit all those buttons for us. Hey, for everybody here at Gardening Inside Out, we'll see you right here next Saturday morning.